Okay, so the next one is to create a heat map. Whew, I love this one. So I hope you're ready for it. It's going to be interesting. And you would learn a lot from this one. So, okay, a heat map. All right, so I'm just going to create this and just say heat map. All right, so in order for us to do this, or before we doing them, I'm just going to give you like a quick overview of what a heat map is. All right, so basically a heat map represents the magnitude of individual values within a data set as a color, right? So basically it uses a color to show us the different variations, right? Or we could say a hue or some sort of intensity, right? Of what is going on in our data set, right? So we'll try to build a heat map, right? Based off the product subcategory by month of order, right? So that we can basically see like how many like the number of orders that are being placed for the products by the month, right? And then which month has the highest number of products placed or ordered, or the lowest number of products ordered, right? So that's basically what we'll try to show here. And that would always be useful to stakeholders or your manager, right? Because they could just look at that heat map and be able to tell what months have the highest number of orders placed on different product subcategory, right? So let's take a look on how to create that. So the first thing we want to do is grab the order date and put it in columns. And then the next thing is we basically have to change that to the month, because remember, our question is to look at product subcategories, create a heat map of product subcategories by the month, right? So we take this and let's go month, right? So this time we're dealing with a discrete, right? We're not doing, what's it called? We're not doing a continuous aggregate. We're dealing with a discrete aggregate. And then the next thing we would do is grab our product subcategory and put it in the rows. So product category and put it in the rows. Okay, so this is how everything is going to look like, right? So you could see all the subcategories and then all the months. I'm just going to expand that a little bit. Okay, now we have a measure here called orders count, right? It's basically counted all the different orders for us. So we're going to drag that and put it in the max shelf, right? The max shelf, that's this, under the text card. So orders, and put it in there. Ooh, did you see that? Just going to go back. So grab this and put it in the text, right? Now we have all the orders that have been placed for each month, right? And here you could see that for all of the subcategories, January has like a very low, some sort of low numbers, right? But we could see some numbers, August, September, and even in November and December. We could see some high numbers there compared to January. Okay, so now we start looking at how to introduce some colors into this, right? So we're going to grab the orders count again and put it in the color mark. Ooh. Did you see that? Right. Now we have some sort of color attached to it there, right? So hmm, okay. Mm, So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to square. Okay. So and now you could basically see how, so basically what I did was to change it from, so if I put it automatic, we're not seeing the colors here, but I'm going to change it from automatic to square, right? So we can see the the colors properly. And then I don't really like this color shading. So I could double click on this and it brings us here. It shows us the edit colors where we can change the palette. So I'm going to make it a red-green diverging and apply. So basically a red would mean that we have very low orders, and then it basically just kind of diverges all the way to a green, which means that we have very high orders, right, for that one. So okay, so this is basically how it would look like at the end of the day, right? Okay, so here you could see that um we sold let's see, 222, or we had 222 orders for binders in November, right? In fact, the orders for binders started increasing in March, right? All the way to November where we had 222, although there was some sort of drop between September and October, but it picked up again in November, right? And then it dropped a little bit in December, right? So we can see that there. And we could also see, yeah, we had binders was basically like the highest order that we had, which came in November. So very interesting stuff for us to see. Okay, so once again, I just like to edit. So I'm going to hide that one. I don't want to see it. I am going to format on this, make it a 12 so that we could see it properly and bold it, right? So I'm just going to shift this a little bit, right? The other thing is having the months all spelled out in full, right? Like January, February, March, and stuff like that. I think I would rather prefer it to be abbreviated. So I'm just going to format it and change this to abbreviation, right? So it's nicely abbreviated for us. Let's see, I think I could also change this to figure weight, right? So everything is fit to the weight for us. And maybe, just maybe, we could do this. No. So let's see, pain. Nope. Okay, no, no. So, okay, so I'm just gonna come here. Where is it? Command. Oh no, here, yeah. So, yep, so that everything is centered. So, ooh, and then the other thing I need to do is because, like you could see, we have some of this in like black color. I don't know if I want to change the colors. But let's try, let's see. No, We only want to change maybe the rows. No. Go back. Oh, let's try the columns. No. Um, or maybe should I leave it like that? Hmm. Mm, hmm. Yeah. Mm, yeah. So we could see it pretty well. Although some of this boxes here. Let me try something. Maybe we could just make it no, it's not really gonna. Yeah, I want to change everything to black. Okay. So maybe we could have it like this. So yeah, but you could keep working on it, try to improve it, right? But this is basically how we create the heat map. All right, so I'm just gonna say product subcategory count by the month. Right, so that's that.